Yes, sir.
Right. Computex 2019 was a great event, and it was attended by more than 42,000 international visitors, professionals, experts, and buyers. And even though the themes of Computex 2019 were the same as 2018, which were artificial intelligence, 5G, Internet of Things, blockchain, startup and innovations, gaming and XR. However, in the past 12 months, uh, many new developments have been achieved in those respective fields. And we have come to a point where all these new technologies were integrated uh, into one big ecosystem. And that's what I called a digital Big Bang effect, showing on this year's Computex. And I think we are embarking on a great digital journey of mankind. And because of the introduction of 5G and the rapid development of artificial intelligence in the past couple of years, it's going to create a whole new ball games for almost every industry going forward. And Computex is actually the best window to see this new world. And I think in that sense, Computex 2019 was a great success.
Okay. As in the globally, it's more going on the digitalization and all these things. Uh, as a organizer, what are the biggest challenge you have in the mind that you, what new thing we can bring in the exhibition? Because in globally, you see all the shows are going down. CBIT, it was almost closed. They are planning to close the CBIT show. Yeah, I hope you know that. So how do you see the challenges to sustain the show and making the new opportunity? So how do you working and what are the new avenue thinking is coming?
Well, we are constantly competing with new technologies, the development of new technologies. So we have to be very keen on those latest developments. So between Computex and Computex, we have been working very closely with the ICT community and with the digital technology communities in getting to know the best and the latest technology innovations, not just for industry but also for the community. And as I used to put it, how those technologies are going to affect how we, not just how we live, work, and play, but also how we think, communicate, and create. And I think in that sense, this year's Computex is a very good window of seeing those new technology development. And as the organizer of Computex, we are competing with uh, the development of those new technologies, and we have to, in a way, we have to be very aware of what's going on globally. So actually, TAITRA, for us, we talk to the technology communities and tech companies all the time. We talk to companies like Gartner all the time to understand what's the latest trend and how is blockchain going to become off in the next couple of years and things like that. And yes, it's a big challenge. As you can tell, we are at the forefront of the global digital uh, industries.
Okay. And one more interesting thing this year, you have done a keynote. These are wonderful things where the global can get a opportunity. The what are the new things will be opening, launching in the world. The AMD has done a keynote in this year in
Yes.
Computex. That's a wonderful things. So what are the new things, this kind of innovation we are expecting in coming 2020?
Well, in terms of 2000, as you said, this year we did have some wonderful keynote speeches, like the keynote speech by Miss Lisa Su of AMD, uh,
Intel.
Intel, Google, Mercedes-Benz,
Yeah.
and so on and so forth. So looking into the next 12 months, I think 5G would still be the dominating force, and it's going to change practically every aspect
Okay.
of our future life. So 5G, and we would expect some major breakthroughs in applications of artificial intelligence.
Okay. We can say 2020 will be the 5G. When will be the 5G in 2020?
Yes, so I'm sure you will see more applications and more union between 5G and other technologies combining together. And well, this is why I describe it as a digital Big Bang,
Okay.
and it's coming.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. Last and final one thing, how you see the Asia continent as a India or Vietnam or all this case, these are potential as a business point of view, and how India is growing with the collaboration with the Taiwan in that, because now our new government has, so that the government has come back. So what is the opportunity you are seeing in the Indian way?
Asia Pacific plus India, the whole area is the hotspot of economic growth globally in the foreseeable future. And I'm sure it's not just Taiwan, I'm sure the world, the whole world is very happy to see the re-election of your ruling party, your prime minister, and that's an affirmation of your robust economic policy uh, in the past few years. And I think everybody expects that India will continue your very progressive economic policies in the next 5 or 10 years. And that's good for everybody. And India is already the sixth largest economy in the world, and is probably becoming the fifth largest next year. So another thing about India is your talents, your resourceful talents, and that's a very very important factor in the digital era of all mankind. The Indians are already very active in Silicon Valley, in major tech companies of the world, and we would expect that the talents from India will continue to play a very, very instrumental role in shaping our future digital destiny.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.